I want to be great, and I would stop you from doing that. This is what's going to happen, okay? I'm going to continue pursuing my goals. Because it's going to take up more of my time, so I won't be able to spend as much time with you. When I do spend time with you, I'll be thinking about drumming. I'll be thinking about jazz music, my charts, and so on. Because of that, you're going to start resenting me. You're going to tell me to ease up on the drumming and spend more time with you because you won't feel important. You're going to tell me to ease up on the drumming and spend more time with you because you won't feel important. But I won't be able to do that. In fact, I'm just going to start resenting you for asking me to stop drumming. We're just going to start hating each other. And it's going to get ugly. For those reasons, I'd rather break it off clean. I want to be one of the greats. You had every opportunity. There's no excuse not to be the hardest working worker in the room. Do you know how hard I worked to get here? I firmly believe that when you give your all to something, I'm talking about blood, sweat, and tears. It's everything you've got. Something. The peace you find is not the result or the reward. The peace is knowing that I gave it my all because this is who I am. So now, even if it doesn't turn out the way I wanted, I still didn't make it to the NFL. It was a dream I'd had since I was 7. It didn't happen, but I had a certain level of peace because I knew that my last tackle was on September 9th, 2006. I can honestly say, with every fiber of my being, that I gave it my all. Yeah, I'm nervous before going in. Speak or something. I have a little voice in my head that says, "You're going to die one day, MC." And I'm like, that relaxes me. If I'm feeling complacent, I have another note. I tell myself that what I'm about to say and do will outlive me. So you better do it well. It's 1 a.m., and I'm going for my 3rd workout. Do I want to go to the gym? Absolutely not. I'd rather lay in my house and sit in a movie theater and watch movies. But, to be the best, you have to work overtime. To be the best, you have to work overtime. Do you know the number 1 way to measure someone's hunger? Very simple. Their sense of urgency. It's that simple. Let me explain why. People say things like, "You have no idea how hungry I am." Really? Yeah. What are you doing about it today? Oh, not today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm gonna. You ain't hungry, man. You just think you're hungry. You're not hungry. You have to sacrifice everything in order to achieve your goal. Everything. You have to sacrifice your family, your friends, and everything else. Everything. Because that's what it takes to accomplish the goal. That's all I want to do. You have to be able to disregard your happiness, because happiness is a form of the ego. It's all about disintegrating the ego and becoming. This objective individual is almost impossible to achieve without the ego. The ego gives life purpose. So you have to have a purpose without a feeling, which I just don't know how to do. I can't even explain it. I want to reassure you that you can do it. I want to reassure you that you can make decisions. I want to reassure you that no matter what happens tonight, no matter what storm comes, no matter how difficult things get, there isn't anyone here who can't figure it out. Find some things to do, one step at a time, 1 minute at a time, yes. Day by day, yes. Week by week, yes. But there isn't anything you can't walk away from. There isn't any challenge you can't overcome. I want you to have that kind of self-belief. The winters are going to come. There will be winters of sickness, disappointment, and devastation. Social winters, economic winters, and personal winters when your heart is smashed into a million pieces and the nights are unusually long. It's simply called winter time. But winters are inevitable. That's what I'm telling you. You can conquer your winters. Consider what's scarier, trying and failing, or living by someone else's rules for the rest of your life. Be selfish. Be selfish for the next 3 years. Get yourself strong. Put on your own oxygen mask on. Save some money. Crush your company. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your income. Be greedy about how much money you want to make. I'm telling you, be greedy. Be selfish. Go all in. If you stop thinking, I wish I could do more. Be more. Go all in. Do you want to live a good life? Yes. I like to drink. I like eating burgers. Okay, but you're going to pay the bill in the future, right? I think the most important thing is finding the balance. Sometimes, it doesn't matter if I eat a burger or chips. Sometimes I sleep at 2 a.m. because last night I was watching UFC. Here in Saudi Arabia, the main event starts at 2 a.m. Yes, quality of life is important too, but the most important thing is consistency. If you're consistent, you'll be better than others. One's in the future. Don't settle for being average when you have the potential to be more than that. There are 2 forms of pain. There's pain that breaks you and pain that changes you. That's the pain of change. That's the pain of progress. Pain that destroys you isn't this. It's later in life, knowing you could have been more. All that's left is you, the mirror, and tears over a possibility you allowed to die. Take ownership of your life, guys. Life is hard, and that's always been the case. It's our lot. Now, if you don't want to accept that, that's up to you. But it's our lot. It's our place. It's the people who are obsessed that change the world. At least change your own world. He said, you know, difference between champions and everyone else. I asked, what? He continued, everyone always looks at champions and asks, what do they have that I don't have? Then he said, they have it backwards. He said, they should ask, what don't champions have that I have? What do they lack? What do they lack? It's an off button. They just don't stop. So dealing with the gold medal, he's like, they just never stop. They can't stop. Everything in their life is geared toward one goal. They approach everything in their life that way. You say you are morally obligated to do remarkable things. Why? Well, I think it's partly because life is so difficult, challenging. Unless you give it your all, the chances are very high that it will embitter you, and then you'll become a force for darkness. Not good. The fact that life is short and brutal can be terrifying. Into hiding and avoidance, you can flip that on its. You can understand that, since you're all in anyway, you might as well take risks. Are adventurous. There isn't anything more adventurous than the truth. So why is a moral obligation? If you hide and don't let what's inside, you become cynical and bitter. You will start doing very dark things. You won't contribute anything positive to the world. Could add, but you'll also become jealous of people who are competent, doing well, and you'll work to destroy them. That's the pathway to hell. Really, you could be rich, man, but you can't erase the work ethic part. There's no getting around it. There ain't no elevator to the top. You have to take the stairs. The elevator doesn't go to the top. Not in the world of success. You have to take the stairs. You all have to start getting gritty. I'm not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside me is burning. I look around, and I see that this life is not for me. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be different. You have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice your lower self to your higher self so that you can proceed in a healthy manner. become resilient, and participate in the covenant that would make for a united society. You're going to hate yourself in the morning. Why are you holding back? Don't tell me yes. Why? One interesting thing about being alive is that you're all in. No matter what you do, you're all in. This is going to kill you. So, I think you might as well play the most magnificent game possible while you wait. Because do you have anything better to do than this? You have to sacrifice something. I put everything aside my whole life. Boxing has always come first. Have you seen the Facebook post about that Kobe posted after he ruptured his Achilles tendon? It's such BS. All the training and all the sacrifice flew out the window with one step that I've taken millions of times. The frustration is unbearable. The anger is rage. Why the hell did this happen? It makes no damn sense. Am I supposed to come back from this and be the same player? Or better, at 35? How am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to do that? I have no clue. Do I have the willpower to overcome this? Maybe should I break out of this rocking chair and reminisce about my career? Maybe this is how my story ends. Maybe Father Time has defeated me. Then again, maybe not. It's 3:30 a.m. and my foot feels like dead weight. My head is spinning from the pain medication, yet I'm wide awake. Forgive me for venting, but what's the point of social media if I can't use it to? This to you? There's no real image. It feels good to vent. Let it out. It feels good to feel as if this was the worst thing ever. Because after all the venting, the real perspective sets in. There are far greater issues and challenges in the world than a torn Achilles tendon. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Find the silver lining and get to work with the same belief, drive, and conviction as ever. One day, your new career journey will begin. Today is not that day. If you see me in a fight with a bear, pray for the bear. Why do it? Why make it harder on yourself? Why take the risk? Why put it all on the line when there's so much at stake? With so much room to fail? Why risk it? Why would you dare? Seriously, why? You could give it your all and still lose. But what if you don't? When you know you're giving it your all, there's no greater feeling in the world. I once had a basketball coach who told me that I shouldn't play basketball because it would never amount to anything for me. And you know what? Much to your surprise, I took the counselor's advice. I used it to become the best basketball player I could be. His negativity toward me made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can prevent it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you. I encourage you to always be curious and seek out the things you love and work hard once you find them. This is every single Rocky training montage gets this wrong. Rocky never doubted his path. He only doubted if he could get there. In my opinion, that's not how personal growth happens. You are filled with uncertainty. Is this even working? I have no idea if there's glory on the other side of this. You know, it's the other side of loneliness. It's the process of the lonely chapter of life. Life doesn't come without sacrifice. Everything you have right now, King was sacrificing for. None of us can deny that. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to lose to gain what you need to prosper? What are you willing to lose to evolve? As far as those who are prospering, you lose friends. You lose countless dollars. Some people even lose family members. You lose everything to acquire what you want. So, at the end of the day, you have to decide for yourself. Nobody else can decide what is worth it for you. What am I? What am I willing to put myself through? How much pain can I endure? How much am I willing to endure? These are real questions, Nobody else can make a decision for you, and nobody else can change your destiny but you. The pen is in your. You narrate your story. I have given everything, every ounce of my life to perfecting my craft, and I continue to do so. In the process, I have lost my mind to regular society, to people who wake up at 9 a.m. and clock out at 5 p.m. I am crazy, but I have found it. It's going to take all of you. It's going to take every ounce of your being, everything you've got. If you give anything less than everything, you're not totally got. Then you're not giving it your all. You're not doing enough. When you get to the point where you can do 5 more reps, you do 5 more reps. But then you get 5 more. Somehow, by some act of God, you're praying that you can get 5 more reps. More reps. Do your will. Usually, whenever you get 5 more reps, you have 10. You can't just say, okay, I got 5 more reps. It has to be 5 more reps. You have to give it your all. You have to be able to go to the table, the bar, the rack, or the exercise you're doing and demand its system. You have to become the muscle. You are the muscle. The muscle is addicted to workouts. The muscle craves tension. The muscle is an addict of stress. When you get to the gym, you become an addict too. You're the muscle. Life is a constant struggle. He said, I could always hear my better self clearing his throat in the room next door. I could always hear my better self clearing his throat in the room next door. Then his wall came crashing down. I wondered whether or not I wondered. Was that guy next door going to stop coughing and kick the door in? Sure enough, he did. When I said I wanted to win 8 gold medals. Basically half the swimming world thought I was crazy. Nobody could ever do something like that. But I believed in it, and I believed in the process of getting there. I knew it wasn't going to happen overnight, as I said before. Every small thing we did was a stepping stone in order to be able to have the chance and opportunity to do what I did in 2008. So, from 2002 to 2008, it was basically trial and error. I say that from 2002 to 2008 was basically trial and error. For me, in 2002, that's when I started amping up my event schedule, swimming 4 to 5 individual events, and participating in a couple of relays at the Pan American World Championships and other major international competitions throughout that time frame. At that time, the Olympic Games were that's where I think the real truth comes out. Because I think there are a lot of people who are very talented people who can make it there. But there are very few who can handle the pressure and stress when we're there. That's why we had to make sure we were physically, emotionally, and mentally ready. I had to be able to manage my emotions throughout the week. Winning a gold medal is absolutely incredible. There's nothing is better than standing on the podium and listening to your national anthem play after winning a gold medal. But for me, there are always little things you can do better, especially right now, coming into the NBA. It's a big jump. You really have to improve yourself daily. Keep trying to learn something new. In the NBA, you have a lot of games and practices, and you won't feel healthy at every practice. You're not always going to feel your best, so run as hard as you can every day. So, you basically just try to learn as much as you can during those times. Even when you get to that point, you have to keep moving because there's always someone out there working just as hard as you. I need you to try whatever you want to do, whatever you've been planning, whatever you've been talking about in your group chat with your friends, whatever you've been praying about. I just need you to start trying it. If you think you're trying, you're not. You're not. I need you to take it up another gear. Do more research to figure out your flaws. Have some self-reflection. Take accountability, see where you're lacking, and start trying your hardest. Bro, I've been fascinated for a long time by the price you have to pay to become someone you admire. You know, to be an extreme performer, someone in a position that most people would find enviable. This is another one of those things. You don't understand what drives people to do the things they do. Now, some people have a beautiful balance. They do it from a place of self-love and a desire to maximize their time on this planet. It's this wonderful upward trajectory toward a goal they believe in. But for a lot of people, it's running away from something they fear. Insufficiency, the need for validation, comfort, and control. Recognition from teachers who didn't believe in them, bullies in school, parents who didn't give them enough attention. I think it's just a really lovely redress. It's a great way for most people to think, okay, I want this thing. As we said at the very beginning, what's the price? Need to pay to get it? Do I want to pay that price? Do I want to pay that price to be true to? Hannes, what do I need to do? Well, I need to have a childhood where I'm made to carry a rock up a hill every night after school for 10 years?